often looked at as this impossibility of having faith and queerness coexist. But so many of us queer people are of so many faiths: Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, Sikhs, Jains, right?
I didn't really love my body, but when I transitioned, I was able to understand how important bodies are in Scripture. And I think that that is a gift that trans people bring to the church, how to better understand many of the stories from Scripture.
My queerness in many ways shaped my faith growing up. During Buddha's time, there were stories about deities and goddesses changing their gender or changing the gender of other people.
There are actually a whole host of characters beyond male and female in traditional Jewish texts. There's an ancient story about our first mother and father, Abraham and Sarah, being sexually indeterminate. The real moral panic towards trans people is more of a modern phenomenon. When I first was ordained, I would get phone calls from rabbis around the world. There's a trans person who wants to come to services. Like, what do I do? And I would answer things like, just say, hello, welcome, come on in. And then that really started changing. More and more trans young people have really started claiming the tradition and claiming that we can not just be tolerated, but really celebrated by the tradition.
I also engage with my fellow Buddhists as much as possible, have conversations around inclusivity, around gender-neutral language, around the Buddhist institutions and centers becoming inclusive.
I do a lot of theological work, not just for trans folks, but for other folks as well, so that they can understand how reading the Bible from a trans perspective is actually enriching for their own lives and faith.
You're not of God. You're on your way to hell.
Sometimes it's portrayed as if there's a tension between religion and trans people. Really, the tension isn't just about it being a trans issue. Do we just say there's one way to grow up, or do we say there's lots of different ways to be a person? That's the core of the issue.
We have this aspiration as Buddhists to become free of suffering. Not just for ourselves, we want everyone to become free of suffering. In a world where anyone suffering because of their queerness, transness, their gender identity, their sexuality, their disability, their race, ethnicity, that means it's not a happy world. When there is suffering around me, I cannot be happy.